guys, in this digest we'll mostly talk about Tesla, why haters should be afraid of it, Tesla's recent patents, and what they're planning to do in China. Tesla. As we've already said, the third quarter was a record one for Tesla. Unfortunately, the company could not reach 100,000 cars and delivered 97,000. During this time, the company produced a little over 96,000 cars. A lot of Model 3 owners asked Tesla to make a key fob for it, in addition to the card and the app. Tesla agreed, but this key did not support passive entry and the owners weren't too happy about it, even though you can use your phone for this. This key was not available in the store for some time, and now Tesla relaunched it with a passive entry. That is, you just need to walk up to your car to open it. Tesla decided to store Sentry Mode videos for 72 hours. Unlike the videos that Tesla uses for Autopilot, in this case, it will be possible to match the clip with your car. Tesla owners used to worry about thieves stealing their flash drive where these videos were stored and even ordered third-party devices to keep it from happening. Although Tesla does not explain how to access videos from their server, it will most likely be possible. The feature is becoming more and more useful. Remember the woman who keyed a Tesla in the parking lot and the video went viral on Facebook? The city police made a statement that they received hundreds of calls over the weekend, but a 57-year-old Maria Gimeno came and turned herself in. She faces up to 1.5 years in prison and up to a $5,000 fine. But it's not only the Sentry Mode that turned out to be useful. A Model 3 was on the highway when a motorcyclist intentionally damaged it by ripping off a rearview mirror. A Tesla owner sent the video to the police and they found the guy with his license plate. We couldn't possibly know what he was thinking, but if it's a matter of hating electric cars or Teslas in particular, these people should know it's not that difficult to identify them. And here's a little bit of spying too. A black Model Y was spotted next to Tesla's headquarters, caught by another Tesla. A video of a Model 3 that was stopped by the police was posted online. The thing is, no one was driving. The car moved on Smart Summon in a private parking lot and ran a stop sign. It might be that this video is staged, but we cannot know for sure. In the first few days, Smart Summon was used more than 550,000 times, which made it the most popular Tesla feature. Several Tesla patents were published. The first is a bezel-less holographic display, which they decided to work on themselves and not rely on other manufacturers. Tesla is moving more and more towards the minimalistic design Model 3 has. The second patent relates to a steering system that will be more compact and more energy efficient. It might not help too much, but together with the new wipers and seats, this can positively affect the electric car's range without increasing the battery capacity. Speaking of which, Tesla bought a company Hyper Systems, which is developing lithium-ion batteries. We don't know a lot about the deal, as is what's happening with Maxwell Technologies, which Tesla acquired earlier. At the moment, the automaker is integrating Maxwell's core business, ultracapacitors, although we don't know whether they do this in order to fulfill their obligations under existing contracts, or plan to continue to work on this technology and even use it in Tesla. One way or another, Musk was right when he said that he's not worried about losing in this battery race going on between different manufacturers. If anyone has a promising idea, the first ones they come to is Tesla. Ford, or rather its sub-brand, Lincoln, presented its charging station for electric vehicles, and the question is, doesn't it remind you of something? By the way, not only Ford is quietly watching Tesla, Porsche CEO Oliver Blume said they didn't like the Tesla comparison and that Model S didn't influence them in the development of their electric car, but he kind of forgot to mention that Porsche benchmarked Model S. Anyways, Taycan turned out to be more expensive, but not better. They do say imitation is the highest form of flattery. With the latest update came the Monty Python Easter egg. One of the Model 3 owners found it in theater mode, and it redirects to the Monty Python channel on YouTube. Since not all car owners noticed this, it might have something to do with the car's name that referenced Monty Python. Also, Tesla now has the sound of coconuts from a sketch. It should activate when you turn on Tesla Summon. Musk promised that the owners will soon be able to customize the sounds their car makes, the honk and sounds while driving slowly that are required by law now. Owners will be able to choose from the sounds that are already available in Tesla, coconuts or farts, or upload a file themselves. Tesla bought a startup called DeepScale, which focuses on deep neural networks. Tesla plans to use the company's work for its Autopilot system. The video demonstrates their low-cost and efficient object detection system. The company's CEO has become a senior staff machine learning scientist at Tesla. The remaining DeepScale employees will join the ranks of the Autopilot development team. Tesla keeps on expanding Gigafactory 3 in Shanghai. Judging by the video from the drone, a rather large detached building is being built nearby, as well as this supercharger station between the main Gigafactory building and the new one. The station will most likely not be available to the general public. Tesla also opened a construction company in China, as it once did in Nevada, in order not to rely on contractors. This is very relevant, provided that with a new Gigafactory in the country, Tesla will also have to open stores, service centers, and expand the charging station network throughout the country. One more cool thing, Model 3 was seen on a test track near the Gigafactory 3. Most likely, this is one of the cars that were produced there in Shanghai. SpaceX. Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon arrived at Cape Canaveral for a flight interruption test, which will take place no earlier than November 23, 2019. Meanwhile, the next launch is scheduled no earlier than October 17th. Another 60 Starlink satellites will be sent to the orbit. SpaceX already has 2 ships for catching fairings, and it is quite possible they will go out to sea together to try to catch both halves. Mischief already has 4 of its hands installed and should soon get a grid. The fairing and the lower part of Mark 1 prototype were disconnected. The fairing is being worked on and the body was moved to the side. Elon also showed the inside of the Starship Mark 1 cargo bay. During the presentation, Musk said that the next prototype assembly will be different, and we now see steel being brought to the site. By the way, there were a couple things that weren't mentioned during the presentation which we were curious about. The SpaceX website now says that the company has not abandoned the Earth-to-Earth flight plans, which we're really excited about. And as for the first Starship payload, Musk said that it would most likely be Starlink satellites, but there is hope that there will also be something more fun. And that's it. We're hoping to get more SpaceX news next week, as this was really short. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.